Hi, Scorpio. Welcome to Alma Beauty Tarot. It's your girl, Leanne, aka Lola, which is an acronym that stands for Laugh Often, Love Always. I'm your goddess guide to deep inner wisdom and deep soul transformation. That is the Buddha and the butterfly, and that is the Holy Spirit and magic. And welcome to this tarot reading for you, Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, or wherever Scorpio might fall in your chart. Let's just include all those placements. I'm doing a Celtic cross for you using the Light Seekers Tarot. We might do some clarification. We might not, depending on what Spirit says. The reading might just be the reading. We're going to start by calling in Holy Spirit, doing a small prayer while we shuffle the cards and we center the cards. And we ask that Holy Spirit join us in this reading. Just finding a little clarity and asking Holy Spirit to join us in this reading for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. And any placement that Scorpios might need to be heard, seen, and understood. We ask that this reading be as clear as possible for Scorpio. We ask that Scorpio take what they need and leave what they don't. We ask that the cards come in a way that will resonate with Scorpio, with what they're needing to hear. Whoa. And what they need from the Holy Spirit. I ask that you give them any messages they might need so that they can discern and have a small map of the way that they need to go. So they can, whoa, okay, changes everything. Yes, it does. Getting your Celtic cross together so that they can have a map to follow. There it is. 1 minute, we had a dropping card. Okay. All right, Scorpio, let's get right into your reading. All right, so let's get into this reading, Scorpio. This 3, 2, 1. We're going to get right into this reading, Scorpio. The Celtic cross that Holy Spirit has helped to actually shape this reading for you today, which is quite exciting. I'm going to put my glasses on so I can actually see what's going on the board and see what we have for you today. No reverse, all upright. We're not reading any reverse. Maybe I will start reverse in the new year. I think that I will challenge myself and start reverse in the new year. It's not like I can't read in reverse. It's just that I'm trying to get a nice straightforward read, but that's a whole nother thing. So we're going to start at the basis of the situation, because I really feel like for you, Scorpio, that's where we need to start at. Now, the basis of the situation is the death and rebirth card. So you got some rebirthing that you've done, okay? You've killed something, Scorpio, in you, and you rebirthed into something brand new. So the death and rebirth card, crossed by the Four of Pentacles. Four of Pentacles, which is wealth, holding on to money. It's budgeting and stability. So I'm going to say that an old paradigm was shifted in yourself when the death and rebirth card showing up as the basis of the situation. And now you really are figuring out how to handle money. That's your first two cards, how to handle money. I want to say too, that's like interesting that it's Stability is the Four of Pentacles as well. Like, it does represent stability. And as I'm looking at the rest of the cards, there's some things we can talk about. You have also 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 major arcana on the board. With that many major arcana, I should have probably did a reshuffle and pulled them out and did a reshuffle, but I decided that I was going to, we'll get some clarification on them if we need to. There's 2 that I already see that might, 2, yeah, 2 that we could get some clarification on, just so we can understand why they popped out and what the message is to deepen the message for them. So we have a rebirth, and rebirth is part of how we are having a relationship with money. Now, in the conscious mind, you are obsessing about what you don't have instead of concentrating on what you do have. Okay. So you're thinking about things that are out of your control that you don't have. You're not looking at the blessings of God that God is giving you. You're not looking at, see, she's looking at the 3 of cups that are empty. She's not looking at the 4th cup that's full of fractal fucking light. Okay. So you do have some things in your awareness, Scorpio, that's full of fractal light. Now, in the subconscious, this is the underlying program, you have the Hermit showing up. And this isn't, and like your subconscious programming is about solitude. It's about going within. It's about inner inventory. Okay. It's about you looking for inner guidance, seeking understanding for yourself, through yourself, right? You've done the work. That's what the subconscious mind is diving down deep and doing and letting go and doing some of the actual spiritual work. Now, the passing position, which is interesting, is the Knight of Swords. The Knight of Swords. And this is, in the passing, this was a practical, realistic energy that you had, okay? In the Knight of Wands. I said Knight of Swords, but it's Knight of Wands. So this is confidence and courage and passion. I said Knight of Swords. Never mind. This is confidence and courage and passion. And that's in the passing energy. You have this confidence, courage, and passion. And that confidence and courage and passion helped you to it's kill a thought pattern, kill a thought idea, kill that way of thinking. And it's also challenged you to have a good, what crosses you for good or for bad, 4 of Pentacles, to have a good relationship with money, to actually find a stable relationship with money, and to be more in gratitude for what is coming your way, and to then go deeper within to build your spiritual growth. I'm going to say that about the Hermit. This is solitude, introspection, being alone, seeking understanding, inner guidance, seeking inner guidance. So that's what's going on in the subconscious. First card of the future is the Lovers. So I'm wondering if your inner guidance is looking towards the Lovers. See those 2, the Hermit and the Lovers. And it's interesting because the Hermit and the Lovers goes up to the best case, worst case fear, which is your Ace of Wands, which is great because the Ace of Wands, to be the best case, best hope, worst fear, is your creative strength. So that in itself has answered a question for me. And you can't see the angles that I'm looking at, but it's okay. You don't need to see them. I need to just tell you about them because I'm trying to tell you, Scorpio, something good is going on. So, because Ace of Wands being your best case, worst fear, it's creative strength, it's beginnings, it's courage, it's enthusiasm. There's a lot of courage on the board. So obviously something's coming in for you, Scorpio, that you need to have a lot of courage for. So the Lover shows up, first card of the future. And then the energy going into the future is judgment. Judgment. Now, this specific card is about rebirth, inner calling, new perspectives. It's rebirthing yourself. And it's interesting because you have rebirth twice, because you have the death and rebirth card, and then you have the judgment card, which means rebirth. Okay. And it's interesting that it's an awakening, the judgment card. And the traditional rider rate, the judgment card, is the spirits are coming up out of the grave, the trumpets are being sounded, judgment. Yeah. This one is absolutely saying that the energy that you need is like what you're looking for, Scorpio, is inside of you. It is an inner knowing that you're looking for, and it's inside of you. This is the rebirth. This is the awakening. This is that inner call, that inner calling, and a new perspective. You got a new perspective, Scorpio? You like that? First card. So that's the energy, the basis of the future of your attitude going into the future. And this is your attitude going into the future. Outside sources. I'm going to ask you to be a little more careful at work and just watch the way things are flowing. 7 of Wands shows up, and you are protected in this bubble, okay? But people are coming at you. You got to take the higher road, okay? You have to take the higher road. You have to, yeah, take a stand, but take the higher road. 7 of Swords, because you're in the defense. So take the higher road, but be in the defense. But they can't touch you. So that's a wonderful thing. Outside sources, it means that I'm going to say that this looks like either a person or a circumstance. It could be something at job, a person at work, because it is a wands. It's related to work, or it could be you actually having an issue with your job and perhaps losing your job, but you have to take the higher road. You have to take the defense, take the defensive instead of or take the offensive instead of the defensive. I'm not good with football things. I think it's the offense instead of the defense. Whichever one. Put it down there in the chat that you're going to take the right one, because I'm not good with football. You want to be You want to make sure that you're blocking and prepared instead of, which I guess is the defense instead of the offense, instead of rushing in. Okay? Yeah, I think I got it. So this is your 7 of Wands showing up and the outside influences. Best hope, worst fear. Like I said, Ace of Wands, this is a great card to be here, Ace of Wands, because this is creative strength. This is creative, new beginnings, creative strength. This is courage and enthusiasm. This is the igniting of your third eye. This is really giving you the power to create creative new beginnings, creative strength and new beginnings. So what a great card to have in best hope, worst fear in the 9th position of the Celtic cross. And like I said to you, this card comes down to the Lovers, and then the Lovers comes down to the Hermit. And as I said to you, we might do some clarification on the Lovers card, but maybe not, because I feel like you're going to figure it out. The ones that it resonates for you is going to resonate for you, and the ones that it won't, okay? Because the Lovers are showing up, and it's in the position of the future, card of the future. And it's just about relationships and harmony and unity and union and choices. So, but again, we got Judgment. That's about rebirth. And it's interesting because you got Judgment goes to Lovers, goes to the 4 of Cups. So there's you. I'm going to say that what I'm getting from this is there's an awakening of not seeing the full blooming of your relationship. I don't know if whoever that resonates for, great. If it doesn't resonate, I'll leave it on the side of the road. Okay? Because Judgment to Lovers to 4 of Cups. And as we know, the 4 of Cups, she's not seeing the blessing. 4 of Cups, she's not aware of it. She's a little self-absorbed, and you might be experiencing some feeling of your partner being self-absorbed, which is causing you to do a little bit more internal looking and awakening and rebirthing and inner calling for self. Okay, and finding and going inside, and going inside. So 7 of Wands, make sure to watch out for your job, outside sources. As I said, Ace of Pentacles, best case works for your Ace of Pentacles. Ace of Wands, creative new beginnings. And then the conclusion is Temperance. So find balance in all that you're doing, Scorpio. Find the balance in all that you're doing, because you're supposed to be working on balance. Okay? Find the balance, find the temperance. Okay? Find the healing, find the patience that you need, so that you can get to that space of balance. See, this is working towards the space of balance. This is how I see it. If you do the rebirthing that you need to do times 2, because you need to rebirth, death and rebirth came up, Judgment came up, You do the rebirthing. If you go deeply inside, seek ye first, the kingdom is at hand. Go inside and find the kingdom inside of you. Then you can get to this. You can bypass, boom, the people that are trying to get at you. And then you can get the creative beginning. You can get the creative abundance. You can get the creative strength that you need for new beginnings. And you can balance yourself. Okay? Bottom of the deck, let's see what's going on. Okay, step through the world, portal, the completion, integration, perfect unity, wholeness, and accomplishment. So what this is telling me is if you can bypass these things, if you can bypass your not appreciating and you being self-absorbed and perhaps your lover being self-absorbed, if you can get through that and you can do the rebirth that you need to do, judgment and the death card, then you can walk through the world and in conclusion, you can get the destiny that you've been looking for. You can definitely get the balance. Oh my God, this temperance card is just falling out. You get the balance, okay? But you have to go through the completion. You got to do the integration. You got to walk through this portal. You have to be willing, okay? Because this is wholeness. This is completion. This is unity. This is accomplishment. So if you really want to get to where you're trying to get to, overcome this feeling and make sure that you're aware of the external people that are trying to get at you. Okay? Let's get you an angel card number. Get you an angel card number, Scorpio. I really love these. I really love these cards. These cards are great. I need a tarot deck that's as flexible as these cards. Because look at that. I love these. Anyway. There it is. Really, Scorpio, I am practical. I'm just going to... I am practical. You are open-minded and always up to try something new, yet you are wise enough to stop and think before you jump into things. This pragmatic approach helps ensure your time, attention, and efforts are meaningful. I am practical. 14 is the number, and then that boils down. 4 and 1 is 5, and 5 is change. It's change in tarot and disturbance. So I'm just throwing that out there as a number. You are open-minded and always up to try something new, yet you are wise enough to stop and think before you jump into things. That is so Scorpio. Okay? So stop and think. Stop for a moment and breathe. Breathe, stretch, shake, let it go. Think. This pragmatic approach helps ensure your time, attention, and efforts are meaningful. I am practical. 14. Okay? Let's get you a sign of the time card. I'm feeling that for you today. You need some good information. Yeah. Enlightenment. The lotus flower card came up for you. Lotus flower. Enlightenment. I'm going to say that this goes to the judgment cards. It speaks directly to judgment. It speaks directly to you finding that awakening, that rebirth, okay? That enlightenment that is really very self-absorbed because it needs to be, but it's very much the hermit. It's like going into the inner self and doing the inner inventory, Scorpio. So look for the enlightenment by looking within. That's what I'm going to say to you. Look for the enlightenment by looking within. I love this for you so much, Scorpio. This is a great reading. Thank you for showing up today. Thank you for being just you. You're perfect, whole, and complete, and a radiant point of light, and I'm blessed by your presence. Please make sure to watch your sun, moon, rising for a full picture of what's going on for the end of the week. Please ring the bell so that you can get notifications on my soon-to-be weekly readings. And make sure that you like, comment, and subscribe, and share me with a friend so we can bust up the algorithm. And you can help me to grow my channel by sharing me just one good time because you love me so much, Scorpio. I love you. Be well, be safe, and you are the bomb. Bye.